Cyrus. Hey, I haven't seen you in like a month. Where have you been? My aunt. She has cancer. Don't worry. The surgery went well and she's responding to treatment, but it's still kind of kicking her butt. So I've just been helping with chores, a bit of cooking, the odd round of babysitting, and sneaking her candy in the hospital. Well, keep us posted. And if you need me to make extras of anything, let me know. I'll keep Cyrus out of it. Hey, you don't have to do that. Just because I'll steal from you doesn't mean I'll steal from a literal cancer patient. What if I told you I was a cancer? You're not, and astrology doesn't count. Damn. So, same old? Yeah. Well, the UK did legally decide that trans women aren't a thing, funded largely by J.K. Rowling and the people who keep buying her shit and giving her attention. ICE is still arresting and deporting legal citizens and are trying to get around or cut through due process. And because they're doing it in plain clothes without identifying themselves, a Florida woman was able to straight up kidnap someone by pretending to be ICE. Here in Minnesota, the state reps are voting on whether or not criticizing or disapproving of Mango Mussolini should officially be called Trump derangement syndrome and treated like a genuine mental illness, which I may have slept through most of my history classes, but that seems like a very bad sign. Yeesh. Any good news? Disney started working here full time. Yes! I found my missing pins. They were on my Santa hat. We're selling a recipe journal to go with the cookbook. We got new stuff for Meet Me Boutique. Ooh, date night with Nicole. And we have Chibi Cafe merch available on our website. Use your extra large Eldritch Smash, man. We'll have the muffin out of the oven real quick. You are a lifesaver. Hey, welcome to... Cyrus? Hey, Drek. Isn't it your day off? It's Beltane. Yeah, boss is already at the Witch's Coven. I just forgot something. Okay. What are you listening to? Legal text. Brushing up on immigration law. Why? Because even though boss and I are legal citizens, neither of us were born in America, or even on Earth. Oh. Here it is. What is it? Palestinian shawl. 3 of them, actually. One for Rethu, one for Amith, and a little one for Zatha. They're celebrating with us. Amith wants her dragonling to grow up experiencing other religions. Oh, cool. Wait, sorry. Isn't Rethu Jewish? Yep, them and their family. Although Rethu describes themselves as a way more casual Jew in terms of religious observance, while their sister's a lot more rigorous. Okay, don't curse me if I'm wrong, it's way too early in the morning for that, but isn't it offensive to give your Jewish SO a piece of clothing from somewhere hated by Israel and that hates Israel in turn? Not at all. Israel is a nation, Judaism is a religion. Most Jews in the world strongly disapprove of Israel's BS, especially those who survived or are descended from those who survived the Holocaust, because they recognize the pattern. Surviving a genocide does not give you the right to commit one. Okay, that tracks, but I think I read that Hamas is legit an anti-Jewish hate group. Obviously, terrorism doesn't just appear in a vacuum. If they weren't seriously oppressed, they probably wouldn't exist. But they've still said and done some gnarly stuff. Yeah, Hamas has done that, not Palestine. Saying that all Palestinians are Hamas is like saying all Americans are maggots. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, point made. Have a happy holiday. Rethu, Corbell, fire of my heart. I'm cold. Yay. How are you cold? It's May, but it's rainy and chilly. You are such a baby. Bold words coming from someone who never takes off their jean jacket. I'm practically a stick figure. Cyrus has actual fat and muscle for insulation. Not nearly enough. Hey, welcome to CaFae Latte. What are we getting? Iced chai? Medium? That's it. Totals on the screen. I'll get that for you. You're wearing a Star of David? Yeah. So you're Jewish? Yeah. You know that's a Palestinian shawl, right? Yeah, that's why I like it. This lug got it for me as a Beltane present. Yeah, I had boss enchant it. And Amos and Zatha's too to be fireproof. So you're saying that I could just toss this into a fire and then wrap it around you like a heating pad? Well, yeah. The dragon wings are better. You know that's cultural appropriation, right? What, the shawl? No. Yeah, it is. You're not Palestinian, so you don't get to wear it. That's not what that means. Cultural appropriation means taking a symbol, clothing, hairstyle, whatever, without learning about it and using it inappropriately. Cultural appreciation is learning about the significance of, say, the shawl and utilizing it appropriately, especially when the people who made the shawl have been explicitly encouraging allies to wear them in solidarity, especially if you're purchasing from a Palestinian-owned business, which I did. Same with my new pin. Oh, let me see. Pretty shiny. Even Israelis? Yes, but I'm not Israeli. My Jewish ancestry is from the Spanish Peninsula, before the Inquisition booted us out and turned my mom into a pirate. Your mom was a pirate? Lots of Spanish Jews became pirates. They went to the New World to get away from Europe's BS, and while some were able to live legit, others contributed to the golden age of piracy. Mom explicitly went after the Spanish ships, especially the slavers. She made friends with a bunch of Krakens, too. One of them is my godfather. Huh. Can you visit us through the Great Lakes for next Beltane? Hey, Bob, I need to take next Wednesday off. It's Nicole's birthday, and I have a dentist appointment in the morning, too. Of course, just make some extra batters and doughs on Tuesday. Please, Nia, can you pick up those hours? Easily. What are you doing? I got her a llama. Come again? Oh. May I? It's so soft. I know, right? It's so goofy, but I figured she'd like it. She's taking the day off, too, and we're celebrating with her parents. Her dad's birthday is next week, so we're celebrating both of them together. I got him a tie that looks like it's made of bacon. They're hosting brunch, we're all catching at movie Sinners, and then I'm cooking dinner for two. Super chill. She doesn't like anything overly fancy. Oh, I need to see Sinners. I've heard nothing but good things. Oh, hi, welcome to CaFae Latte. Hi. Jamie, you can choose 2 snacks for acing that quiz. Yes! Oh, brownies! Hands off the glass. They have to clean that. It's quite all right. It's what the glass is for. Anything for you? Large coffee, black as sin. And what are those scones? Those look good. Can I have the brownie with the frosting and the gladiator dates? A brownie and a serving of gladiator dates coming right up with the scone and large coffee. We don't have any peanut allergies, do we? No. What's a gladiator? You ever watch wrestling? It was like that, but with swords. Cool. Oh, non-berry. Huh? Sweetie, what did we say about pointing? Sorry, it's just, Mrs. River has the special non-berry flag on the wall, and it's gray and purple and yellow and white, just like that. Non-binary. Very good. Who's Mrs. River? She's my daycare lady. She has a kid who's a grown-up named Remy, and they're non-berry, and they come play sports with us sometimes. We went roller skating yesterday. I almost fell. Yeah? That's really cool. What else did Mrs. River say about non-binary people? So, they're not boys or girls, so you don't say he or she, you say they or them, and they have the special flag, and they all believe in ghosts. Or they are ghosts? Yeah, I have no idea. But, well, we have met several ghosts, so it's not completely wild. You've seen ghosts? I've bought ghosts. But I can assure you that Jennifer Charles is very much alive. Dead names. Oh. That makes sense. Hi, JC. Mom and I are at their house, and Dad's starting on brunch. Awesome. Hey, thanks for loaning me your car. I'm gassing you up, so I should be there in half an hour? Don't wait up. We'll save you a plate. Love you. Love you too. What's the ETA? Half an hour. They had a dental appointment. Nothing bad, but they usually go for squishier food after that. Charlie, make sure you make extra pancakes. I have never been more disappointed in an establishment. You're fairies. Yes, I am. Why is that disappointing? Fairies are vegan. Most fairies are vegetarian, as we do not typically partake in death. And there are certainly more vegan fairies than vegan humans, percentage-wise. But that's all cultural, not biological, and there are always exceptions. In my defense, roasted flesh is very tasty. You are monsters. Hey, I'm also vegan, and she does not speak for me, or even most of us.
What?
Yeah, you're just being a bitch and giving the rest of us a bad name. They have a bunch of vegan options, and they're all super tasty and objectively well done. That is literally the best we can ask for. Speaking of, can I get another refill? Soy latte with dried blackberry? Of course, on the screen. You are profiting off of abuse and slavery, and you are actively contributing to mass murder. I gotta find a witch to turn you both into animals, see how you like it. Silence. First of all, with glamour, we have been animals. Several animals. Although I typically prefer glamoring others to myself so I can better utilize their skill sets. It's the beauty of delegation. Secondly, you don't get to force your moral code on others. You will get to speak again when you understand that. Cyrus, can you get our other guest her latte? Got it, boss. Hey, you want the last butterless chocolate chip cookie for free? It's totally vegan. Oh, please, I love that stuff. CaFae Latte, how can I help you? Bob, have you seen JC? No, I gave them the day off for your birthday. Why? They haven't shown up and aren't answering my calls. We appreciate your patience. We'll reopen once we've resolved this little family emergency. I assume you've tried divination? I've used every spell I know and even asked Mike. Nothing. I can't even tell you if they're alive or... All right. Deep breath. How long have they been missing? My last phone call with them was 3 hours ago. After that, nothing. What about their cell phone? Do you have a location share? We do. Nothing. What route did they take? Maybe we can have Raythu or Oscar do a flyby? I don't know. But I can send you the dentist they were coming from and my parents' address. Who's Nia? Call Raythu. Cyrus, Patrick, he can track from the ground. Drek, call Oscar. Nicole, have you asked anyone else? No, but I have other people's numbers. Their siblings, a couple of friends. Go call them. Maybe they'll know something. Nicole! Oh my god, girl. It has been forever! No, I haven't heard from them in like a week. And that was over text. What happened? I haven't seen or heard from JC since the holidays. Why? No, and I was going to ask if they'd be willing to babysit next week. What's going on? Do you think maybe they crashed and broke their phone? If they did, they would have been taken to a hospital and the staff would have told their emergency contacts, one of whom is Nicole. 3 hours without contact on well-used roads that someone would have seen and called for traffic congestion, if nothing else. Very unlikely at this point. It could have been ICE. What? They're non-binary, a very vulnerable group right now. They could have been arrested or targeted by a government agency like ICE. But they were born here. They're not an immigrant. And they're white. Do you really think that matters? Crap. I'm going to call some of my sources. I better call mine and have Asif ask around too. No offense, but who could you possibly know that could help with this? CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, and I'm sure at least someone knows someone in ICE. How? Asif and I are former CIA, dear. We were sent to keep an eye on Bob, actually, but quit a few months ago. And yes, Bob knew. Fuck. I could have sworn you were FBI. Are you certain you want to do that? All right. Do you want backup? Very well. We'll let you know if we find anything on our end. Good luck, Nicole. Anything? Well, I've got 3 new clients pulling me back into practicing law full-time, so after this bullshit, I'll be working here part-time, but no one's heard about JC. Asif and I are still burning through our sources, but we can say for sure that the CIA and Homeland Security don't have them. Asif has a friend who might be able to get the last location of JC's phone, so we're working on that. Oh, and I can pick up Cyrus's hours. Raythu made it all the way from the dentist to Nicole's parents without seeing anything on their route. Oscar and Patrick are going a little slower on the other. Oh, and also Amith called. She's getting in on this too. Who's JC pissed off recently? That's what I've been thinking. The Stone Oaks are almost all dead, but there may be some stragglers. Problem is, they would have gone after you. I'm harder to get to, and they saw JC's face when you guys did that fake deal with the dragon egg. What about the vampire clan? I think I've heard you had problems with them? If it was Vlad, he would have made it known. He's not nearly this subtle. You're not the only one with an abusive ex. Maybe one of JC's popped up, or some of their family, or even a rando who saw the non-binary pin and decided to pick a fight. It's the lack of official response that worries me. If there was a fight that ended in blood, someone would have seen and called the authorities. Has Nicole seen something from the future? Nothing that she's told me. I'll ask her once her meeting is over. Meeting? All right, ma'am, you're clear to visit. You have 1 hour. Thank you. What's up? So JC's been missing for half the day. You can't find them with magic. They're not answering calls, and no other friends or family have had any contact with them today? Yes. We have Raythu, Amith, Oscar, and Patrick out there. We hope that if they find my car, it'll lead us to JC. It's possible, but I don't think that's it. You're overthinking it. How? JC's a drug addict, remember? They've been sober for years. Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first time they've fallen off the wagon. And every time they did, it played out exactly like this. They'd fall off the face of the earth for a few days to get high, and then come back either sorry or pissed off. Chances are they'll be back by the weekend with a bunch of apologies and promises that it'll never happen again. If that were true, then I'd be able to find them, but none of my divination is working. So they're using some sort of protection charm to hide from you because they're ashamed and they know that what they're doing is wrong. If they don't want you to find them, you won't find them. No, JC has been clean for years. If they were going through something, they would tell me, or Cyrus, or Bob, or any number of people. Maybe, but they've been an addict for longer than they've been sober. They're not like that anymore. Yeah, well, we all thought that about me. Look, I know a few undergrounds they might have gone to hide from you, and a few of their old dealers. I'll write you a list. I mean, hell, they might have just gone and fucked off to a whole other realm just to hide from Bob. What? All right, your audience with the king begins shortly. Be obedient, or you will regret it.
In the corners of my mind I roam, a forest built where dreams call home. Hushed whispers sneak through ancient trees, carrying secrets on the midnight breeze. Oh, whispered shadows in the dark, sewn in my diary with every spark. A fantasy dance of stars collides. Your voice guides me where the wild hearts hide. Pages stained with moonlight's glow, ink like rivers that softly flow. Every word a truth untamed. The wild in me cannot be chained. Oh, whisper shadows in the dark, sewn in my diary with every spark. A fantasy dance waters deep, where shadows fall, lives a queen who stands so proud and tall. Her throne of whispers, her kingdom's call, with dragons fierce who hearken all. Through the misty woods her anthem rings, a symphony of wild and wondrous things, with scales and wings and ancient kings. She's the spirit of forgotten springs. Raise your voice like a dragon's roar, queens of old, we will be no more. In our hearts we feel the core, strength and power forevermore. Beneath the moon, with stars so bright, she dances in the silver light. Her gaze is sharp, her spirit might, a queen who guards the forest night. Through shadows deep, through oceans wide, her echoes heard on every tide. In legend now her name's our guide, to lands where ancient secrets hide. With a gaze like embers burning gold, she leads her tales of legends told. Her story's one of courage bold, in songs of old she will unfold. Raise your voice like a dragon's roar, queens of old, we will be no more. In our hearts we feel the core, strength and power forevermore. Beneath the moon, with stars so bright, she dances in the silver light. Her gaze is sharp, her spirit might, a queen who guards the